What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel, I want to hit the subscribe button too. That would help me out immensely on my way to 10K subs, and I know I can do it with your help. So if you're liking the video, be sure to hit that like button and also subscribe too, so you're up to date with the build and the channel. We have a lot planned for the Skyline and also a lot planned for the Prelude. I cannot wait to start working on both of them, but just want to say thank you so much for the positive feedback on the last video. These side skirts came out amazing. Driver's side, near flawless. On the passenger side though, I do need to shift the D-Max front guard back a couple millimeters so that it corresponds and aligns with the BN Sports side skirt. And also on the passenger side skirt, I need to trim a little bit of the lip on top inside the car, because when you close the door it adds a lot of tension and I don't like that. I don't want to mess up the striker in the door, because finding parts for these cars has proved to be very difficult. But today we will be picking up the BN Sports front bumper from John's work. John is worried that one of his coworkers might hit it on accident, so better safe than sorry. Currently waiting on Ben to pick me up. Hopefully we can fit it in the CRV. I don't see why not. The CRV is quite spacious. We'll do that, take it home. Like the last video, we'll give it a good wash, paint correct it. Not going to ceramic coat this one because I plan on paint protecting filming the front bumper, because again, the front bumper was not cheap, neither was the paint job. But waiting for Ben, like I mentioned, and we got some goodies in the mail today. I ordered this off Amazon. This is a fuel relay kit, so we can power the new fuel pump and have it run a constant 12 volts. Pretty easy from what I've seen. Here's the relay. This goes to the battery, put your fuse in, splice this into the rear where the fuel pump goes, and then just ground it in the trunk somewhere. And if all goes well, you will have a constant 12 volts to the fuel pump, which would be needed because I do plan on pushing around 300 wheel horsepower, and I know the fueling systems in the R32 Skylines aren't the best, but with this kit, everything should work out great. Oh, sweet. What's up, brother?
Welcome.
Yerr. Thank you, Ben, for driving. What's up, baby? Well, back again. All right, we got the front bumper in. Barely fits in the CRV. It's so funny. It's gonna be an interesting ride home. But we made do with the room we had. Just made it back home. A big shout out to Ben for taking time out of his day to help me. Thank you so much, brother. Looking at the bumper right now from this angle, and it looks fantastic. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. From this angle, it's done. So, we got the finished BN Sports front bumper. Came out amazing. Thanks to, again, John and Mikey for cutting and buffing it. Unfortunately, I saw this coming. This bumper will not work with the modified street faction crash bar. When I first got it, as you saw in like the, say, last 2 to 4 videos, it didn't clear my front mount intercooler, so I had it extended 1.5 inches, and now it is 1.5 inches too long for it to work with my BN Sports front bumper. So easy fix, I can just run the OEM crash bar, which doesn't bother me at all, especially if I'm going on air ride. I can just zip this thing up and not have to worry about anything, honestly. My main concern though for my quick detach is the D-Max front guard. Since this is all fiberglass, it is not the strongest, and on the OEM Skylines front guard it is obviously all metal, and with this specific front bumper it was made like 1 millimeter too wide, so it flares out more, a little bit more than it should. So Warren and I had to, say, flex tension fit it for everything to lock up, and I really don't want to do that because obviously I don't want to risk having my bottom of this guard snap. So I'll have to figure out a way around that, but I have a towel there to suspend it a little bit, and it honestly looks fantastic. So what I'm gonna do now, minus the wind, is just give it a quick wash, final polish, and maybe I'll throw the OEM crash bar in to see if we can get it to fit somehow. All right, so I took off the modified Street Faction crash bar. Thought to myself too, if I spend X amount of money on paint and the kit, I might as well run it consistently. It fits well, like in the first video I made mounting the BN Sports kit. Warren and I ran into the issue where the bumper was made a little bit too wide, maybe too long, but I did my best to get everything to line up. It's secured by a couple of zip ties until I drill into the D-Max front guard, but yeah, that looks so good. Everything flows perfectly. So again too, just built a little bit too wide, but the paint and the cut and buff came out amazing. Nothing touches, nothing binds on the intercooler or intercooler piping. It is fiberglass, so it's not going to be perfect in terms of fitment, but it is pretty damn close, especially down here. I just got to work with this side marker a little bit to get this side looking as OEM as possible. See, if one side sits flush, then the other falls off. But generally, this is how it is going to sit. I mean, there is decent clearance to drive the car, which I'm pretty stoked about. And then the hole here for the quick latch is awesome because on the D-Max guard, right there front and center is where I need to drill for the rod. All right, and again, things looking good, except for this side kind of fell. Start having some focusing issues, but the passenger side fit the best in terms of fitment with the front bumper and the guard and the side marker. Looks amazing. Again, got a decent amount of clearance there for the bumper, but it's not like I'm gonna drive this car every day, so we'll just have to be careful when we do take the Skyline out. But slowly but surely, now just waiting on the rear bumper, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the paint correction process on the bumper. So I've been playing around with fitment for the past couple of minutes. Got the quick latch fully torqued down on the driver's side. Fitment's pretty good, not a whole lot of tension, but unfortunately I left the other quick latch on my passenger side guard that's at John's house, so I need to retrieve both of those items hopefully this evening. Then I can fully button up this side. I just have to play around with the tension because if it's too tight and I hit something, this support beam right here for the guard is going to shatter into a million pieces, and that is no bueno. That front end looking super good though. So hopefully tomorrow I can pick up the rear bumper, or hopefully it's done so I can pick it up. And then from then on, the car will be pretty much right where I want it to be. And John said next week he should have both the roof wing and the trunk wing fully painted, and he's gonna guide me through how to wet sand. So that'll be a nice DIY for you guys once that time comes around. But the rear bumper is definitely my favorite part because it fit the best. And same thing like we did with the skirts, we'll attach that foam insulation on the edge so we can protect the paint here, and the bumper will be paint corrected as well as ceramic coated. I'm also actually considering selling my modified Street Faction crash bar, so if you are interested, let me know. We can talk pricing. I will go 50-50 on shipping. So that is all I have for you all in this video. Sorry if it was a little short. I don't know if it was short or long or not, but we got the front bumper mounted and secured. Again, on my own time, I will button up the rest. I just need to run to the hardware store and get some self-tapping screws for the side skirts and for the rear bumper as well. But thank you everybody again so much for the continuous love and support. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button too, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you next video. Take care.